Nigeria, atheist jailed 24 years for offending Islam on Facebook. April 10, 2022. A Nigerian court has sentenced an atheist to 24 years in prison for making social media posts it found to be blasphemous against Islam in the West African nation's northern region. Notice how such judgments rarely indicate what the offender actually said about Islam. Mubarak Bala, who was deemed an apostate, a crime worthy of death, according to the Sharia, was beaten and coerced into finally confessing to blasphemy. Westerners who offend Islam are also being punished for Facebook posts and comments deemed offensive to Islam, albeit not as harshly as in Nigeria. Marginalization and job loss are now the method of persecution against many who offend Islam in the West. There is freedom to criticize Judaism and Christianity, but not Islam, in Nigeria, in Pakistan and any Islamic country, and this is increasingly the case in Western countries, too. Many Christian and Jewish leaders in the West accept this timmy role and then wonder why anti-Semitism and anti-Christian sentiments are on the rise. The West is moving in a direction that increasingly resembles the situation in areas where Sharia is enforced. Nigerian atheist jailed for blasphemy over Facebook posts, Al Jazeera, April 5, 2022. A Nigerian court has sentenced an atheist to 24 years in prison for making social media posts it found to be blasphemous against Islam in the West African nation's northern region. Mubarak Bala, a former Muslim, was sentenced on Tuesday after pleading guilty to charges of blasphemy after a lengthy trial during which he spent nearly 2 years in prison. Bala is the president of the Humanist Association of Nigeria, and activists have said his conviction illustrates the risks of being openly faithless in northern Nigeria, which is predominantly Muslim. Prosecutors in northern Kano state accused Bala of making Facebook posts that insulted the Prophet Muhammad and the religion of Islam, and attempted to cause a breach of the public peace, according to court documents. Bala long maintained his innocence of the charges of blasphemy, but he changed his plea to guilty only after enormous pressure for the past few years, said Leo Igwe, founder of the Nigerian Humanist Association. Judges compromised. Bala was tried in a secular court but could have risked a death sentence in Nigeria's Islamic courts that operate in other parts of the country's north. He thinks the judges compromised and that he would rather just have closure, Bala's lawyer James Ibori said. Bala's prolonged stay in prison and eventual conviction caused anger among some Nigerians and activists who accused authorities of a flawed prosecution process. He should not have been charged under Kano state law, Ibori said, because he was not in Kano when the offense was allegedly committed. While in prison, Bala had been denied access to healthcare, kept in solitary confinement, and forced to worship the Islamic way, said Ibori. The Kano state government denied any wrongdoing in the trial.